Good morning. It's currently Tuesday and I technically started the vlog yesterday. I didn't say anything though, but I did some laundry, I sent out some job applications, and I started a new book, which is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. And if you didn't get it from like the intro and the title and stuff, this video is going to be just a week in my life. Not focused specifically on what I read, but focused on like everything. So I'm going to talk about the books I read, I'm going to talk about what I'm doing, what's going on in my life, all of that stuff. So we're gonna go from Monday to Monday, and like I said, today's Tuesday and I'm in the middle of Wild Love. I think I'm 17% into this from yesterday, and the reason I'm actually reading it is because a book club of mine picked Wild Side, which is the newest and third book in the series, as a book club pick for this month. So now I'm kind of trying to see if I can get through all three, and if after this one I know I can't get through another like two more, I will just jump to the newest one. But that is in fact what I'm doing right now. And then I thought I would just quickly in this intro go over my plans in case I can't like, I don't know, talk that much or something. But it's gonna be kind of like a weird week. Like it's not gonna be like a normal week in my life. But today I have two things I need to do. At like 1, I have a test I have to go to, whatever, because I am in the middle of being tested for ADHD. I did just get a Asperger's diagnosis like a week ago, and so now we've moved on to ADHD. So I need to take a test about that today, and then after that I need to go straight into a possible new workplace for me, and then today, Thursday and Friday, I get to like test it out and see if it's anything for me, and if it's even something I want to do, or if I think it's worth it. All of that is what I'm going to test. So that's the first day today. And then tomorrow I have a psychiatrist appointment where my mom's going to go with me again to talk about ADHD. And then I have no other plans tomorrow than that, so I might just go home and read a lot tomorrow to just like relax fully. And then like I said, Thursday I again have to do work from like 1 to 5, and the same thing Friday. And then after work Friday I kind of have to go kind of straight home to my dad's place, because Saturday they are celebrating like 12.5 years of marriage, and so a bunch of their friends are meeting the night before, which I can't because it'll be at their place. But in the morning, it's kind of going to be my job to try and get them to like stay inside, because it's like a tradition here in Denmark that your friends then show up the next morning and like sing to you and come with breakfast and stuff. So then I'm going to be at my dad's for a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be there. It might actually be smart for me to be there the entire weekend, because, and this is going to be in the vlog, but next week I then have to go with my cousin to her workplace. She works at a library and I really want to like see what that's like, so she kind of invited me to come with her, and I said yes. So I'm not going to vlog that though, because the vlog is going to end Sunday or Monday and I have to go Monday and Tuesday. But she lives closer to my dad than to me, so I might have to just stay at my dad's. I haven't talked to her about it yet, but I guess we'll figure that out too when it comes. But that's actually kind of all I feel like I have to say right now. This morning, I kind of just want to take it a little bit slow. I don't think I need to shower, because I did shower like yesterday, and like I don't need to like wash my hair or anything, but I'm gonna do what I normally do in the morning, which is open my computer and check out if I have anything I want to watch, and if not, I'm going to read a little bit more. It is going by very fast already. Like I said, I read 17% yesterday, and I only started the book in the afternoon. I think I started at like 4. So I'm kind of hoping that like keeps going with all the books, so I can actually read all 3. I would love to be able to read all 3 in this week, but like I said, I have a lot of other plans, so I'm not like counting on it. I am also, and I showed that yesterday, in the middle of crocheting, and that's of course also going to be in the video, but the project I'm actually in the middle of making, I won't finish because I have to order more yarn. I know that, even though I haven't used up all the yarn I have, because the recipe I'm using told me how much I needed and I don't have enough. But I also don't have enough money to just order yarn, so it's gonna be a top, like a baby doll top. So this is gonna go all around the middle, and then it's gonna go like out in another stitch here. Rachel Catherine did this pattern, or like she talked about the fact that she was doing this, so I am just using the same tutorial she's using, and I will try to remember to link it down below. But you know, without further ado, let's just get right into this kind of odd, weird week in my life. Alright, so once again, didn't talk after my morning update yesterday, and now it's Wednesday morning, so good morning once again. Today is gonna be more of like I can actually like talk a little bit today, probably the most out of this entire vlog. But yesterday, I didn't end up reading that much because I started a new crochet project. I'm making another bikini. I don't know how you'd know, so I'm not gonna say it like that. But the way I started out crocheting was actually bikinis, or like bikini tops. I tried to make a bottom once and I worked and then I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. And then I was like, it looks big enough. Finished it off and it was not at all. So I am kind of trying to stick to tops right now. This is one cup, and then I am just started the next one because this I know I have enough yarn to do. I do have to figure out exactly which style I want to do, like if I just want to do thin straps here and here, or if I want to make like a thicker strap around. The problem is that it kind of needs to be the kind of strap that needs to be tied in the back, because I use cotton yarn and it stretches over time. So even though I do have like clasps, like a bra clasp I could sew into and use, I would just be scared that after a while it would start to become too loose. But I will figure that out eventually. I did read a little bit in Wild Love last night right before I went to bed. I'm at 23%, which means I have no idea how much I read, but I'm like a little over 100 pages into it, and I'm really enjoying this. If you haven't read it and don't know what it's about two people, obviously. It takes place in the Rose Hill universe, which is a new town, kind of small town too. It follows Rosie and Ford. And Ford is like a billionaire. The book literally starts with him being like getting the title of like the sexiest billionaire alive or something. And he's best friends with Rosie's brother. So back in high school, it is literally boy obsessed. Like, Ford is obsessed with Rosie and has been so since high school. But because of that, he gets very awkward around her, and the only way he can talk to her is if they're like bickering. So Rosie had actually moved from the small town to a bigger town, got a big job and stuff like that, but then something really like kind of awful happens and she loses her job, and her perfect boyfriend doesn't really seem to care. So she packs up, goes home, and then she asks Ford for a job. And because Ford is obsessed with her, he can't say no. So now she's working for him. Ford has another thing going on in his life because all of a sudden some 12-year-old girl knocked on the door to this music studio he's about to start making and told him that she was her biological father. Her dad just died, and therefore her mom is depressed, and therefore she came looking for someone she could stay with while her mom goes to a treatment center. So all of a sudden Ford has this like 12-year-old daughter he has to take care of and learn how to like get along with, while also working with Rosie. And Rosie's kind of like, she has to rethink her entire life. She thinks she actually kind of wants to just stay in Roseville forever. Of course her boyfriend wants her to come back, but she kind of wants to break up with him, but finds it kind of hard to do so because they've known each other for so long. And like I said, so far it's really good. I like the banter between the two characters. I do hope that she at least breaks up with the other guy before anything actually happens between them, but I also kind of think he's annoying, but I don't think that like excuses if she cheats on him. But that is all for like the reading update. Yesterday, like I updated in the morning, I went to take that test for ADHD, and it was, I don't know how it went, but it was just boring. It was literally like sitting and clicking on a button anytime a specific square showed up on a screen in front of me, and doing that for 20 minutes. So it did bring out my like competitive side. Like, I swear to God, every time I accidentally pushed it at the wrong moment, I got mad at myself, but it didn't happen that often. So, and then I went to that workplace, and I didn't actually like work. I just sat and like watched what was being done, and it was okay. Like it was very quiet yesterday, and she did also say that, the one I was sitting with, because almost no one called in. It's like an office that sells tickets to theaters and like over the phone and mail and stuff like that. So almost nobody called in, and we kind of just sat there staring. And I do have to go again Thursday and Friday, and then after Friday I'm going to think about if that's what I want to do. Right now I'm also waiting to hear back from some other job applications, which if I do hear back from them and like get an interview and get the job, I will take a full-time job over this one, because I need a full-time job more than like a work where I can get a few hours a week. All of that doesn't really matter right now. Right now I'm just kind of going with the flow. But that was everything that happened yesterday that I didn't get to talk about. Today, all I have to do is go to a psychiatrist appointment with my mom. And then, other than that, I have nothing else. Actually, that's a lie, because I just realized that I have some videos I need to like film, finish, everything. So, I'm going to put away the crochet for a little bit, and I think we're gonna go take a shower because I look like shit and I would like to look good for at least some of this video and the other videos I'm gonna be filming. So I'm gonna take a shower, get ready, and then I have to film a recommendations video. Not a recommendations video, I have like a TBR, which I don't normally do monthly TBRs, but I have a list of books I want to read in the spring summer season. So I am in fact gonna do like 2 seasons ahead right now, just because then it's a bit more freely, and that's kind of what I need. But then I have another video that it actually completely changed a concept. Because I can say it. At first it was going to be reading my favorite booktubers' books, and then the first booktuber the book was amazing, but it did take me over a week to read it, and after that I did not feel like reading any of the other books. So now I'm kind of just gonna make it a series where I read one person at a time's favorite book. So therefore I need to like refilm an intro and an outro of that one, edit them, and then make a thumbnail and stuff like that. So lately I've been very like ahead of my videos. Like I finish them and get them onto my computer, so that way once it is Saturday, which is when I normally post, I can just post it. So today I'm not sure if I'm gonna edit. I think I'm just gonna like film and put them into the videos, and then we're gonna edit it another day because I already do have the video for this Saturday, and then I need to figure out which order I'm gonna like post these in, because one of the ones I'm filming today actually makes sense to post as soon as possible. But I'm gonna start with maybe I can't figure out if I should eat some breakfast before I shower. I'm not like hungry, but I could end up being really hungry while in the shower. So I think I'm gonna eat a little bit of breakfast, and then we're gonna take a shower and get ready for the day. Okay, so I didn't end up filming earlier because right as I finished the clip where I said I was gonna film some videos earlier, my roommate got home, and I do feel a little bit awkward about filming talking clips while she's home. Also, just like in case she wants to move around and stuff, I don't want to like inconvenience anybody. So instead of that, I finished the bikini. I haven't even tried it on yet, but this is it. Or like the bikini top, at least. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna make any bottoms, but I do need to buy bikini bottoms because the only bikinis I have two bikinis, and they're both over 2 years old. So they don't really fit that well anymore, and they don't look good anymore. And I just need them. And then I went to the psychiatrist, and it turned out to be the last time today, actually. Figured out I don't have ADHD. So I just have Asperger's, no ADHD. And then she was like, you also have an anxious personality type, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I already kind of knew that. So that's the update from that. And I'm home now. I went shopping quickly going home, I literally just bought some cheese, a new shampoo, and some oat milk because I want to drink some matchas. I've been really in the mood for matcha lately. So now I'm finally ready to film. I have a pile of books. You can't see it. I have a pile of books behind me that I'm gonna make a video about. And first of all, I'm actually gonna film an intro and an outro for a earlier video. And then I'm gonna film the recommendation, or I think it's a TBR video. And then I'm done filming and I'm going to read for the rest of the day. So that is my plan, at least. You never know how things end up. But for now, that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna film a little bit and then change back into some pajamas and get into bed and read. Alright, so a little in the middle of everything update, but I kind of just called my aunt and told her that I don't think the job is anything for me. So I'm not going tomorrow or Friday anymore, which means I have a whole day cleared up. But I'm also gonna try those 2 days to like get a little bit back into like a routine again. So I already have workout clothes put out. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up, do some sort of workout. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the gym because there's a gym in like my building complex, but like way down there, or if I'm just gonna take out my mat. I think I might just take out my mat and do some Pilates. I'm gonna see how I feel tomorrow, but I'm gonna force myself to do something because I had like 4 days where I was back into it and then I fell out of it again. And then I'm going to like get ready for the day and then do at least an hour of like job application writing and job interviewing, because that was another daily goal of mine that I kind of fell out of. And then of course I can go to my dad's place earlier on Friday and I will have more time to read, which I'm gonna use a lot of. Good morning. So, if you just saw, I kind of tried doing the Mel Robbins morning routine. The moment I decided I needed to get out of bed, I started filming and did the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and got up and made my bed. Drank water, stood on the balcony for a second and breathed. I did brush my teeth, but I didn't show that. And then I moved my body / worked out. It wasn't the best workout ever because I tried to do a Pilates workout on like a video and then my wrist, which has been a problem for years, started bugging me. So I actually was this close to giving up and then I just stopped the video, put on something else and did a few more exercises that I know I can do and like. So that way I can still call it a workout because I think I did it for like at least 20 minutes. And now that we are done, oh, I actually forgot. Forget it. I was about to say we're gonna bake these, but we can't because once you've mixed them up, they need to be, like the batter needs to stand in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours. So we're not doing that until I get back from my dad's place because otherwise the bread will become bad and stuff. I have to figure out what I want for breakfast. We're gonna start off by making a matcha. So I'm actually apparently not following Mel Robbins because she says you should wait 1 to 2 hours before drinking any caffeine, and I have only been up for a little less than an hour. So I do plan on calling the doctor at some point because after years of having dealt with this wrist, I need someone to check it out and tell me that it can either be fixed or it just can't be fixed, and tell me like what I can do to help it. But I did buy milk yesterday, so let's make a matcha. Okay, so I washed the dishes, or like I ate breakfast, and then washed the dishes and went down with the trash. And now I'm gonna crochet until it's 9:30, and I'm gonna call the doctor. And depending on how long the line is, I might just get ready while I'm waiting for it to be my turn. And then I'm finally gonna do it, because if I don't call him today, I will never call him. If you don't know me, I have a hard time with like phone calls, and so I always end up just pushing them, which is the only reason why I have not talked to a doctor about my wrist, even though it has been hurting for years. That's also a lie. I went to my last doctor once with it, and I kind of didn't feel like he took it seriously, so I am trying now again with a new doctor I got when I moved. But I'm going to try and call him 9:30. My mom said I might have to wait in line a lot, but I'm going to try and call him like the moment it turns 9:30 to see if that helps. and then gonna get ready and read. So this is the go-to fit whenever I'm literally just home. I just bought this on my trip to Berlin, and also these jeans, which are like balloon. They're very relaxed, and I have been obsessed with them lately, especially because the weather's been getting better outside. But they're both from Bershka, which, don't ask me how to buy it outside of Germany, because I know that we don't have a Bershka boutique in like Denmark, which is annoying because I love their clothes. We went to like different stores in Berlin, and all we ended up getting was stuff from Bershka. So, but that also means I'm ready for the day. And I totally forgot that before we can get to just relax and read, well, first of all, I didn't get in contact with the doctor. I called, and then it was like, all the lines are busy, and then it just hung up on me, and I was like, okay. So my mom told me to try again in an hour, and it has almost been an hour. And then other than that, I have 2 jobs that I want to write an application for, that I'm going to send to my mom so she can read them and like correct anything that needs to be corrected. And then I can read. I texted my friend to see if she still wanted to meet up today, and like where and how and stuff. If she wanted to just come home here, or if she wants to meet in town. And if she wants to meet in town, I'm gonna take a book with me. I have what is it called? In a second. So it's this one, Better Than the Movies. And before you're like, oh yeah, I love Better Than the Movies, I'm so excited she's gonna read this. I'm not. I have already read it, and I hated it, to say the least. So this was the only one I didn't get sold, and also I kind of accidentally like folded the cover back, so now it has like a line here. So I quit trying to sell it, and my local library has like one of those boxes that you can just like put a book in. So that's what I want to do. And also I need to start looking through these, because I've been looking for this hairband that I crocheted forever, and it was right there. So that's cool. I feel like today I'm yapping a lot more, so now you can see the difference between when I'm home alone and when I'm not home alone. Because now I'm home alone, and now I'm like, I want to yap. So I am going to go sit at the dining room table and get those job applications out of the way and call the doctor again. Alright, so me and my friend kind of just canceled because, well, it's not really raining. At her place, it's raining. And it does look like it's about to rain here too, and honestly, it fit better. So we ended up canceling. We might like FaceTime or something later. And I have been reading. I've been reading like on and off. I'm reading, then I take out my phone to answer a text and stuff like that. So it's not going by that fast, and I'm not going to finish it today. I'm 40% into it, and I have 3 hours or almost 4 hours left. And it is almost 3 p.m. Which doesn't mean I couldn't finish it today. I'm still gonna just like read as much as possible for now, but I also kind of just want to let myself do whatever I feel like doing. I might order some food later, just as a little treat to myself. It's been a while. I've been really fighting not to order food lately because of like money things and stuff, and also just because it's smarter that way. But I ended up using what I was supposed to be eating until I had to leave to my dad's place for lunch, which means that I could always just cook some spaghetti and put cheese on that. Loki could easily do that. So I'm not sure I'm gonna do that or order food, because all the other kinds of foods I have kind of either take a little bit more work and I'm not really in the mood to cook today, or they are like foods that I should have taken out of the freezer last night to be able to use tonight. So that's what I'm doing, which means that we have no plans except for staying in bed and reading. So I'm actually gonna try and put my phone away a bit because I don't think we have anything to talk about. I'm really enjoying this, and I did just read what The Wild Eyes, which is the next one, is about, and it convinced me that I'm just gonna jump straight into that one once I finish this one. So I am gonna update you guys if I have anything to update about, and other than that, I'm just gonna read and have fun. So okay, so I did in fact decide to leave home a little bit earlier. I have just been watching Modern Family and crocheting. As you can see, it's not going by that fast, but that's actually okay because this is the amount of yarn I have left for this shirt before I have to quit. Yesterday, I did unwind the entire bikini top I've made, so I'm not gonna bring that yarn, but once I get home, I'm going to restart that. And as always, let me know if you guys enjoy the crochet talk. Well, I am gonna keep talking about it in like vlogs and stuff, but if you want any videos literally like focused on crochet, I'd be happy to do that as well. I also posted a little TikTok, and I guess I might as well try and ask it here, even though I'm not sure anybody is still watching or anything. But if you are still watching and you're planning on watching more of my videos, if I were to do a reread of the entire The Summer I Turned Pretty series, would you guys like a spoiler-free reading vlog or a full spoiler vlog? So I would like to know, because I do really want to reread that once I finish the Rose Hill series, and I want to annotate it, so it would be nice to like get to just film a full spoiler vlog, but I will obviously do a spoiler free if anybody wants to watch and doesn't want any spoilers. But what I was saying is that I decided to leave home a little bit earlier, like 5 minutes earlier, so I can make a train from closer to home. So in, I think 45 minutes or something, a little less than 45 minutes, in 40 minutes, that's a lie, in 35 minutes, I have to be ready to leave, go take a bus to the train station, then take the train, and then I'm gonna read on the train. So actually, you know what, I think I'm gonna end this vlog here because I will not be able to vlog that much and I won't have any big plans at my dad's place, so there's no reason to keep it going. I know I've been going very back and forth on that on this vlog, but we're just gonna end it right now because it feels like the right moment to end it. Sorry, there you go. So if you did enjoy spending this week with me, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so you get notified every single time I post, which I try to do every single Saturday, but sometimes it does fluctuate. And comment anything, comment your opinion on the Summer I Turned Pretty, what you want me to do with that reading vlog, and just anything you liked from this video, anything you didn't like from this video. Like I always say, I am so up for any kind of comments, even if it is criticism, because I want to make the kind of content people want to watch. So let me know. And without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in next week's video.